Across the continent of Greater Banya, peoples of all walks of life share a common sense. A sense that something is approaching. What it is remains a secret to most, but they can feel it. Rumors of sickness spread in the south. A mountain flies in the west. An army of living flame marches through the desert sands, leaving a line of glass as their trodden path. Yes, these are the troubles set to welcome a god into this world. Behelit, the lidless eye, god of the searing light. She approaches and will not be deterred. However, a few know of her coming and prepare. A deadly and cunning thief, a champion of the mountain tribes, a cleric of chaos, a brilliant artificer, and a scarred soul whose past is catching up with him. Can these individuals save the rest? Can they kill a god? Can they save their friend? Can they each finally find a home? Let us together read the final chapters of these heroes. Hello and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Huffgoat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I ask it's I'm sorry.
Sorry, his brain is rebooting right now.
You okay there, buddy?
No, it's fine. It's I don't know. It's nothing. I'm Andrew Gilbert. Tonight, I'm your friendly dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is Galway playing the Tiefling Sorcerer Charity.
Hey everybody, my name's Galway. I play Caller and Charity of the Family, and both of us go by he, him, his pronouns.
Adam playing the Halfling Rogue Burbage Kemp.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, my name is Adam. I go by they or he pronouns, and I play Burbage Kemp, who uses he, him, his.
Lena playing the Goliath Barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi, I'm Lena. My pronouns are she, her, and so are Stormbringers. I am excitified for tonight, which is a portmanteau of excited and terrified. I'm bad at wordplay, but it's what we're going with.
Rachel playing the Gnomish Artificer Clem.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I play Clem, just like Andy just said.
Just said that.
And yep, we both use she, her, hers pronouns.
And Darcy playing the Tiefling Cleric Hakari.
Hi. I'm Darcy, and I play Hikari, and I use they, them pronouns. Hikari uses she, her pronouns. Andy, if sparks start flying around your head, I'm gonna know that at the beginning, like, I don't know, that was weird. It's like you like you as a human just stopped and started like, what's the thing where the little buffering? Yeah, it looked like you were buffering. So if something else happens, I might have to kill him, guys. Just letting you know. If you see me sneaking up behind him, don't say anything.
Perhaps it's nothing. I'm sure it's fine.
We're not an arc.
Yeah. So welcome to our live recording of the podcast Goats and Dragons. We now have 3 podcast feeds that we would love for you to listen to wherever you find your podcasts. This one being Goats and Dragons, our 1 to 20th level campaign. We have in Helpful Goat Presents, The World of Tyr, GM'd by Galway and created by Galway. And oh boy, there's some really good stuff in that right now. And we also have Dom and Dragons, the 25 episode campaign where we played with actor Dominic Monaghan, which is awesome. And so you can get those wherever you get your podcasts. We are affiliate on Twitch, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. And hey, yeah, even just supporting us through little messages in the chat is going to go a long way. So we love it if you are active in that area. But you could also throw us a few bits here and there. We wouldn't scoff at such a thing. We would appreciate it greatly. If you would like to support us and get something sort of tangible for your support, you can type !merch in the chat, and that gets you linked up to our merch page where we have all kinds of like cool art from community members, sort of inside jokes and sayings from our campaigns, iconography from our campaigns, lots of really cool stuff from shirts and sweatshirts to mugs and notebooks and stickers. It's all really fun. And if you just kind of want to support us directly and help us continue to make these stories that are really important to us and we think important to people who imbibe our content, you can just type !KO-FI or coffee in the chat, and that gets you linked up to our coffee page. And if you like us and you just want to hang out with us and want to join the Helpful Goat community, our main community hub is in Discord, and you can type !Discord in the chat, and that will get you a link to our Discord page. And Galway, would you mind talking about !Donate?
Yeah, right now, !Donate is pointed to Service Never Sleeps, an organization promoting social justice through the lens of racial justice. And they offer lots of really amazing trainings, workshops, etc. So we really encourage you to both support them and also look them up, see if there's a training that you can attend yourself or bring to your organization.
Right on. And do we have a poem from Chelsea this evening?
Yes.
Would someone be delightful enough to read such a thing?
Delightful. I try not to jump in every time, but I can do it.
I read it last time, so yeah, you do it this time.
Let's do it. Scrolling up in here. One thing's for certain is reality is fucked, but friendship and family are a source of love, guidance, and luck. Exorcists and therapists could be a helping hand, as the threat burns in this frozen land. A slender fight awaits in a world of gray. Much love and cheers for success, FOR crew. Your faces are seen, and we can hear what you say.
Oh, Chelsea, you're so awesome.
Beautiful.
That exorcist therapist thing is
Real.
it just never ceases to entertain me.
It's so good. It's so good. All right. Last time, what happened last time? I don't remember what happened last time. It
Yeah,
was,
he hasn't been obsessing about it like this entire time, like every day.
It was. Oh well. So everyone, before we
Buffering again. What is going on?
There's something he's doing something.
Andy's got a
doing
fucking thing going on.
I know.
He's doing something that's awful, and
He's
I
also
hate it.
he's
Trying
also
not
said
to look at the computer.
he's also
His
said
computer.
perhaps it's nothing twice. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Before we begin, if everyone would indulge me just real quick and just take a nice deep breath.
I'm in pajama pants and like a t-shirt and a shirt over it. I'm stretching. I'm like
He's getting ready.
shaking it out.
All right.
Okay.
Unprepared. It takes a second before you realize you're not breathing. Your sudden gasp of breath as Clem was lifted into the air and then slammed into the ground has not yet been released. The chilled air that was once biting your nose a moment ago is replaced by an overwhelming rush of blood to your face. You hear your heart in your ears. You feel it pulse in your neck. and you feel that blood heating your face like a furnace. You weren't prepared. Don't get me wrong. You thought you were. You knew there's a danger intellectually. You felt this thing from a distance as you crossed in the southern part of Federo. You knew Clue was so scared of this presence that he didn't wish to be on the same plane of existence as it. Boom! Cracking the ground like a meteor striking the earth with such speed you barely clocked what was happening. The shockwave of the slam to Clem blows your hair back, tussling your clothes in the stillness of this fated place. Unprepared. In this instant, time is slowed, but not by magical means. It is instead your own physiology, pumping adrenaline into your senses and your brain, because even if you don't realize it yet, your body does. That you are not ready for the thin, imposing figure now standing up to its full height in front of you. Its white, featureless eyes fixed upon you. And this is my fault. As a DM, I didn't necessarily press upon you the weight of what you had seen previously, and I did this on purpose. Forgive me for a bit of storytelling theatricality. But the reason that is because as it stands before you, amidst you, among you, you realize something shocking. That when you saw this thing across the white landscape before, in that ethereal plane, you had forgotten exactly what happened. How terrifying this thing was. You forgot that Hikari and Clem had let out a blood-curdling scream. That Clue had blinked back to the material plane and left you for a moment. That Stormbringer had tears streaming down her face, or that Charity stood there frozen, nearly collapsing to his knees as this thing began to approach from a distance. You had forgotten all of that until this very moment, which I'm sorry to say has left you a bit unprepared. And only Stormbringer recognizes this feeling of memory trying desperately to escape your mind. Stormbringer, your thoughts want to drift to Roburn, but they are imprisoned by the terror right in front of you. And as this thing pulls its arm like a sludge almost off of Clem, you see it has an extra elbow. So that its arm has another elongated joint. And it says, "I was just talking about you." And that laugh grates on your soul. And Charity, you hear it again, a whispering in your mind, "Unprepared." The whisper is coming from your dagger. That item that has warned you against the ambush of every major event in the last few months. It warned you against the assassins in Cliff Mill, against the giants in the mountains, against the Red Family and Formidian. And now you hear it weakly, perhaps afraid. I was unprepared. Prepared. shakily. You finally exhale. And this creature, impossibly fast, strides quickly into the center of all of you. The faded, intangible outlines of the building just next to you, of the fence around you, the silvery, ghostly city of Federo is progressively being obscured by fog all around you. And this devil now lowers itself and folds its limbs in, and it looks at you, Burbage. Eye to gleaming white eye. And it says, "What is the difference between fear and despair?" And I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw against fear, please. I'm sorry, and Charity and Burbage have advantage on this. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm brave.
Is it too early to start the I would like to argue? I would like to argue that I should have advantage because I know what these things are.
You've never encountered something like this. This is still wholly different from Stormbringer's experience
Well, yeah, but
of the Riddle Machina.
but I have more memory of it than anybody else here. But
Indeed.
fine, I'll save my I would like to argue. Can you remind me what fear effects do?
Well,
Like,
this
if
fear
you fail
effect,
it.
yeah, would be slightly different. So we'll come to that when we come there.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use my inspiration. I got an
I see.
11. I failed it.
It would be very bad to be terrified of this thing in the moment. Now that you're starting to remember the last time you saw it and how terrifying it was, this was the fear was overcoming people. It's up to you.
I'm going to use my inspiration. Fuck it.
As a mechanical question, on an 18, did I pass or fail? I have an ability that literally goes off of if I fail. So, but it's also a tracked resource, so I need to know if I want to spend it.
I see. Let's not. You passed.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, if it's just a thing that you can do.
No.
roll it
It's
anyway.
literally like once a day I can do this. So I'm like, I want to actually have this be a thing.
Yeah.
I got a 14 on my
Cool.
redone with my inspiration.
Hikari got a 19. Clem a 17. A 14 and 16 Burbage. All right. Could I have everyone hop off real quick, except for Clem, please? Thank you.
Are you sure I can go? I can go. It's fine.
No, you're good. Clem, you don't know what just happened. You're on the ground and you kind of blink a few times. The dust of the sort of ground and this city smells very familiar. You look up, you're surrounded by people. Gaholnians. You're in Vagelter. And at first someone touches your shoulder and you jerk back. You're in fight mode right now. And then another grabs sort of your other shoulder and just for a moment, you're not sure, but you realize they don't mean you harm. People are starting to lift you up in the crowd. you're on top of a few shoulders of people. And they're starting to look at you and cheer, Clem. They're singing your name in the streets of Vagelter. And you look in the distance, and you see a mountain floating in the sky, raining fire on distant, other, foreign people. And your town is worshipping you for this. And you look around, and all of them have chalices of blood. Their hands are covered in blood, their faces blood-streaked. They're tossing blood into the air. It's getting all over you, and you're having trouble breathing. And you look down at your own hands, and they are bloody. And you hear a voice. The workings of what you've done in your life will never leave this world. Do you know that? The things you've made with your two hands will never leave this world. Clem, that's all for you now. If you don't mind hopping off.
Coming up, so you better get this party started.
Hakari,
Yes.
you look around, you've pulled your sword. This thing is so fast. It's too fast. You didn't see it coming behind you. And you feel the whoosh of air as he moves nearly through you, almost just next to you, until he stops. This creature, this 10-foot tall shadow with white eyes, stops then 15 feet in front of you, blood dripping from its right hand. Darcy, if Hakari was cut in half, would she be more apt to fall forward or backward?
The front piece of me would fall forward, and the back piece of me would fall backward.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
Like the top piece of me
Yeah.
would fall forward. Like, I'm just imagining, like, it's so fast that it just slowly slides, like, off the bottom part. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. Thank you. I'm going to roll something real quick, and I'm going to roll it in front of everyone. This is a lot of dice, so it's going to take a second to pop up. Hakari, this thing did 334 damage to you. What is your total?
My total with
Like your maximum total, the most possible you can
with
have.
hit points What do you mean my max total? Like my max total hit points?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I can't like push to talk and look at stuff at the same time. So just give me a second.
Okay.
I think it's like 100 with Galway's things. I think it's like 150 something. Hold on.
154, it looks like. Hikari, I'm sorry that that
I'm cut in half.
that kills you.
Okay. People are gonna be so fucking mad at you.
You slide off of your own body into a sploosh on the ground.
I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry. I'm just. Okay, go ahead.
And you can feel like you've felt thousands of times before, Hikari. Your soul is leaving your body. And you did not
Okey-doke.
fulfill your end of the bargain to your God. You did not do what you could to save the world, and you are immediately pulled far away.
Like my spirit?
Yeah.
Like I feel like my spirit being pulled far away? Okay.
Your being is folded in on itself over and over, and you are
My spirit being, not my body. Correct?
at this point there's no difference.
Okay, but we're not talking about like my body, like my dead body folding itself in front of people, right?
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm picturing the right thing. Go ahead.
Your soul is getting smaller and smaller until you are being shoved forcefully into your next vessel.
Oh shit.
A crying pink baby. Your eyes can't even see yet.
Am I aware of who I am right now?
You're having trouble still retaining your thoughts. Language leaves you. Your last conscious thought as Hikari, before you slip into entirely a new person and restart this fucking cycle over again, is that somewhere your friends are dying without you.
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks, GM. Motherfucker.
Thank you, Hikari.
Just people are gonna be so mad at you. Bye now.
Now we're going to come to Stormbringer.
Hi.
Hi, Lena. As you come to, and your throat is hoarse from screaming, so much so that you can taste blood in the back of your throat. The scene is already gruesome. You're the only one conscious right now. Burbage looks frozen in fear. Charity's lying on the ground, lightly just shaking next to you. Clem is gone, and Hikari is cut in half. There's no doubt in your trained warrior mind. Two of your friends are beyond help at this moment. And you see the creature in front of you, and he puts up his hand. Stonebringer. And you can see his hand is dripping with blood. Do you know the difference between fear and despair? And then you can tell his voice begins to shift and change. And he says, "We could dance if you want. But we both know how that will end. You're attempting to kill me, and I'll end Charity and Burbage right in front of you before I let you have the release you'll beg me for." Now, I want you to answer me a simple question and know why you couldn't quite remember me, right? You felt that weird pull of your mind, like looking into a fire too deeply. It becomes noise at some point, doesn't it? I want you to know, giving up one of my own misfits to those troglodytes was very difficult. Her mother is gone, but still, my riddle machina are so rare, and it pained me to do it. To be forgotten. I would never pull that from your friends' memories. I would never ask of them to forget you because I want them to remember their last moments so that they will know exactly who failed them. And your eyes start to close.
Can I
What is it?
respond, or are we just going to go back under?
You're starting to go back under. If you have a last word or something you want to say.
Gonna cough up a bunch of blood and glare at him and say, "Fucking arm wrestle me, bitch."
All right. Thank you, Stormbringer. Next will be Burbage.
I'm not deafening
Adam's
yet
not
because
here.
I can't remember how to deafen myself.
You're good.
Oh, Adam's not here anyways.
I was just kidding about Burbage.
I'm deafening myself.
Sorry about the caps in the typing. I don't mean that. All right.
That was deeply amusing. Burbage, I look up. I'm like,
No Burbage. Charity. Your vision, as you open your eyes again for the first time, and you start to see the landscape around you, and it's Cliffmill. And you see the ice spire, and for a moment you feel, oh shit, I'm home. Oh my God. And you want to take a sigh of relief, and then you see this light beam down from the heavens onto Cliffmill. It's beautiful at first. And then you hear a thrumming. And this beam of light, untended to, this beam explodes everything in Cliffmill. It destroys everything. And you see this black figure laughing, and it starts to come toward you. And then it goes, fuck, fuck. It seems like something he wanted to show you was sort of wrenched from your hands in that moment. Like he couldn't finish what he wanted to do. And you now see a farm, and there's goats in a pen. You see Adine in the distance, gathering water from a well and starting to bring it back to your place, your small cottage. And you hear the laugh of a little girl. If you don't mind, could you do me the real quick favor? What does your daughter with Adine look like?
Their daughter takes more after her mother's features. So she has a little bit rounder face than Charity does. She has the sort of half-elven ears, but her eyes are sort of swirls of gold and silver, reflecting the tiefling heritage. She's sort of athletic. She likes playing in the fields. She's much more of a... She takes after her mother a lot more than she does Charity, but she also likes dragging him out into the fields with her.
And at this moment, she does, again. Takes you by the hand and starts to drag you out into the fields. Whatever he wanted to show you, this replaced that. Thank you, Charity. That'll be it. And then we'll go to Burbage. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Andy.
You see this thing as you open your eyes again. And it's still sitting right in front of you, staring at you with its lifeless, white, fiery eyes. And at first he says, "I'm sorry. I don't mean to. This must be overwhelming." And his body kind of folds and starts to crick in unnatural ways, and the shadows fold in on themselves. And then he looks up at you, and he's a young halfling. Not someone you recognize. And he says, "Your friends." I delight in their despair. But I need yours. They're tasty, sure. They feed me. But I live off of your pain. Because you fucking tied me to this world, Burbage Kemp. And I showed each of them something horrible. Something they're never going to forget. Something that will be with them the rest of their lives. When they close their eyes at night, when they have a moment's respite, they're going to think about what I just showed them. But I fucking made it up. I made it up. What I want to show you is something true. Something that's happening right now. And he reaches his hand out. Come with me. Come with me or I'll kill them all.
Does this seem to be happening in some kind of space outside of real time, Andy?
It's the ethereal world you were just in. He's still looking at you. You look around at your friends. Akari is bleeding on the ground. She's already dead. Clem is already dead. Charity is shaking on the ground, completely helpless. Stormbringer just has tears and blood dripping from her mouth. Just she's standing there catatonic. This is it's already over.
And I recognize I recognized the eyes as the eyes that I've seen, like, kind of following me.
Yeah.
It kind of looked out through Harold at Akari's mother's door. It looked at me through Clem's eyes and Mapus's eyes and Eldon's eyes. These are those eyes?
These are those eyes. And while he has the halfling form, white, fiery eyes.
It's holding its hand out to me?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know the result of my saving throw?
No.
What do you mean? I tied you to this world.
Fuck you, Burbage Kemp. Come here. Take my hand.
Burbage will take its hand.
Right. Immediately, soaring over land and sky, you are far away from Federo. Clouds whipping by you, sun setting and rising again almost. From a vantage point, hundreds of feet in the air. What, if you don't mind describing just real quick, what do the banners of Diefield look like when they march off to war? What does that caravan look like?
They're big, billowy white flags with rolling yellows and golds. It's the abundance of Diefield. We've always had it. That's what the banners have always stood for. Is we'll never lack anything.
You recognize that, and among the participants in this caravan, Theodric leads the way. Not far behind is your mother. A couple of your friends from Diefield. Arian. They're leaving the area you know from your childhood, and they're heading west, like you've asked them to do. And you suddenly realize the reason you're seeing this all from so high in the air is because you see the vantage point, and it's massive. red, leathery wings. And you hear its guttural breath as it's flying through the air. The caravan can't see it.
I want to cry out like I did when I was with Shenek. I want to save the caravan.
Cry out, yes. Cry out to them, please.
Daedric,
Oh,
Mother.
oh, they almost heard you. Oh, they almost heard you. So close, so close. Maybe a little louder this time. Just a little louder.
All right, point taken. I can tell you're being sarcastic.
And you pull back just a little bit further and you see the maw of a gigantic red dragon. Twice as big as Pelatoth. And it's circling the area. I showed you a friend. Things that won't happen. Things that can't happen. Things that aren't going to happen. Burbage, I'm showing you what's happening right now. You've killed them. You've killed them. You've killed all of them. It's because you fucking tied me to this area. This plane of existence. Is because of you. And I'm going to extract every little drop of pain and suffering and despair from you forever. What do you have to say? And at this, you land, still holding his hand, back on the ground. Your friend's long dead at this point. In the ethereal plane. So close to the Thieves Guild, where there might have been some hope for you. You're a dimension away. What do you have to say?
Can I just, stab this guy with Brightfang? Can I just stab?
Yeah. Give me an attack roll. What'd you get?
I got a 15.
Very easily. This halfling dodges out of the way.
We're allowed to be back now, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Super fast. Faster than any halfling you've ever seen move. You can't. You are nowhere near it. And you blink a few times. It's not a halfling. It's this fucking thing again, sitting right in front of you.
Who are you?
You look around quickly. Hikari's not dead. Clem's not dead. Stormbringer, you notice this first as well. Your eyes come back to you as it was a few moments ago before perhaps your own little vision. And you wake up to the sound of Burbage yelling at this thing, "Who are you?" Do you fucking not know who I am? Stormbringer is closer to knowing who I am than you are.
Andy, I guess I'm curious.
And we're in real time, by the way.
Is there anything about... the way that this creature's been presenting and the eyes, the white fiery eyes.
Yeah.
Is any of it like connecting back to the card that Burbage drew? Like, is there any imagery from that he remembers from the card? Like, is a connection would a connection form in Burbage's head here?
It was odd at the time because the card was called Flames. Amidst the roiling red and orange were two small motes of white flame. There it is. You're so close. This is also for everyone else a slightly different voice than what you were hearing.
I was hearing lots of voices.
Stormbringer was hearing lots of voices.
I didn't hear any voice, did I really?
Clem
Or
didn't
just...
hear any voice.
Yeah,
other than
okay.
before when it talked and asked.
Charity's
Yeah,
just
because
kind
my
of
thing wasn't to interactive with this guy. Okay,
Not-
sorry.
Not too much.
Charity's kind of just sitting there with tears rolling down his cheek.
I didn't, but it wasn't. I don't know who the fuck you are. It wasn't about you.
Hey,
I didn't-
let's fucking figure out who this is after we fucking kill them.
No,
I don't know
no,
what the fuck just happened, but
I was
like-
I was helping. I was helping.
you wouldn't do that, Burbage.
He brought me here.
He wouldn't fucking bring you here. You're a fucking asshole. You're a manipulative piece of shit. You try to make me think I fucking failed everybody. I'll fucking kill you and show you what failure is. We might be failures, but you'll be fucking dead.
I'm
We
the
love each
fucking
other.
asshole.
Yes. And we love each other, and fuck you, man. We're gonna fucking kill you. And then figure out who you are. Dissect you or something. I don't know.
The card.
I very much wish that to be true, Stormbringer. I so hope you try it.
Hey, if you want us to kill you, just hold still. I can't promise it'll be quick or painless. I hope it hurts a lot. But just stand there.
The card.
Did you really think you were helping, Burbage? That you were solving a problem? You were causing all of your problems.
Okay, first of all, shut the fuck up or I'm gonna fucking rip your fucking tongue out of your mouth. Burbage, sometimes people make mistakes. I don't know what the fuck card you're talking about. People are real people and fuck up and make mistakes. And that's okay because Burbage has a heart of fucking gold and I will fucking rip your tongue out and shove it down your throat until you suffocate if you don't shut the fuck up.
All of you now see a wolf standing in front of you.
Clem is
Wolf.
just lying on the ground, still staring straight up ahead,
Yeah.
or staring straight up and not interacting or paying attention.
I'm just making sure. Am I alive?
You are standing
Okay.
on two legs.
All
I
right.
just wanted to make sure.
You're a liar. You've lied to all my friends.
Yeah.
You've created all these realities out of whole cloth. How am I supposed to know that you're telling the truth? That you showed me the truth about the caravan? And even if it is true, what does that have to do with you?
It has to do with me because it has to do with you. Says the wolf. A wolf that you recognize, Burbage. One that fucking chased you up a tree. Over and over again.
Adam's face.
So what? What was it? My family, they're just going to
Yes.
die.
Say it one more time, please. Slower. Say it. None of you are leaving this place.
Fucking neither are you. Charity and Clem and Hikari, get the fuck up.
Fucking look
Burbage.
at Charity. Look at him right now.
Don't interrupt
Look-
me, dude. I will
look-
fucking kill you. I've said that before. Listen to me, y'all. There's two fucking things you can do in this life. You can fucking fight or you can fucking give up. We're not gonna fucking give up. I don't know what this did to you. I don't know what it made you see, but you can fight or you can lay down and fucking take it. We're not gonna fucking take it. Get the fuck up.
As it said, look at Charity. You're going to see Charity's eyes sort of tilt up to it. And a smile break out. Last I saw you, you weren't so happy. Seemed a little frustrated. But also...
What's the difference? What's the difference between fear and despair, huh?
Hikari takes out... Well, I'm sorry. How big an area does Fireball do again? Because I'm pretty
30.
pissed right now.
30-foot radius? 20-foot radius?
So would it hit anyone around me except for...
Yeah, he's just in the middle of you.
He's in the
and you're
middle
about-
of everything.
In fact, why don't we...
Okay, because I take out my sword and just look at him and be like, you motherfucker. And I just run like fast as I can straight at him.
Charity, you see Hikari starting to dash.
This is unfortunate.
I've got my shield out, BT dubs.
Okay.
For flavor / effect, can Charity call Stormbringer like a couple of steps closer?
With a practiced glance, Stormbringer, you've fought beside this man hundreds of battles. He barely needs to communicate anything to you. You know exactly what it is. He is beckoning you to step near him.
Charity's going to step forward, and there's going to be just an eruption of flame from his halos. I don't know who he told you you were, but I know who you are. Stormbringer, the storm and the flame. Hikari, the fangs and the flame. Burbage, the hero and the flame. And with that, I will cast Family's Flame. And as that sort of lands on everyone, you feel the sort of warmth, you feel the eruption of wings of fire off of your back, as Charity has. But also, all of you get a very strange vision of a cave and a smoldering ruin of black fire. And in front of you, a very small pair of hands with tears falling and sizzling away into black flame.
As the spell makes a mental connection between all of you, not just a physical, not just a magical one, that image lights up in your head, and you hear Hikari. Hikari, please give me an attack roll.
As a note, Family's Flame means you have True Sight, and also whenever you do damage with a weapon attack, you do an additional 2d6. Radiant.
You see this form of a wolf in front of you, actually a 10-foot tall devil. You rush in.
So it's not the wolf anymore. It's
None of you see it. Yeah, anyone who has that Family's Flame on them doesn't see the wolf. They see the actual thing.
Okay, so I still see the wolf if I
Still see the
would be
wolf, but-
looking.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
So what do I add to the attack?
You don't add anything to the attack. If a 19 hits, you'll add an additional 2d6 damage.
Damage, thank
You come rushing, slice quickly into it. It dodges backward, out of the way.
Jesus
How
Christ.
can I
starts to
slice into
Crickets.
it and then it dodge backwards out of the way?
I'm sorry, say it again.
How can I slice into something if it dodged out of the way?
You didn't slice into it.
Well, that's what you said.
Into its general direction.
You slice in the air.
Okay, thank you. I was confused.
That was a 19.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative, friends.
Fuck.
Hey, I critted on my initiative.
Wow, I'm 0.1 behind Burbage.
Well, mine didn't get sent to the tracker.
You
I
also critted.
Too.
Mine isn't actually a fumble. It, for some reason, it chose to highlight the fumble of the advantage.
Okay.
I'm like, what? What?
A 10. Yeah, so your 14 is good, but
Yeah, the number was right, but it's just like, that's a fumble. I'm like, I do not have a 13 in initiative modifier.
That's wild.
God, I wish.
Also, Andy, I sent you a DM.
a couple months ago.
Okay.
I thought you were saying that Rachel sent you a DM a couple months ago.
No,
I'm like,
answering the question.
Is this Andy saying like, yes, I've left you on red for this long, or that no, I
yet.
don't see anything more recently than a couple of months ago?
That'd be pretty amazing.
I think it was actually the answer to whatever Rachel DM'd.
It sure was.
All right. Burbage, Stormbringer. This thing is just dodging Akari's blow. It doesn't even seem to be trying to attack yet. It's toying with you at this point. Please. What would you like to do? Burbage first, I think.
I was like, the initiative tracker went away.
Right. I was like,
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I forget that when I do it, you guys can't see it either.
I think the first thing Burbage will do is try to cast Fairy Flame on
Fairy
it with Fairy Flyer. Put a poster on its face, like.
Also,
it Fairy Flyer.
We need initiative for clue, and for some reason, when I click the initiative thing, it bounces. Like it's throwing lots of errors.
There, I rolled it for you.
But yeah, using the Ring of Spell Storing with Clem's stored Fairy Fire spell. Do I do something?
I believe it's a dex save?
Yes.
I can send the thing if you want to see it. That's not the right thing.
It rolled a 33.
Are you fucking kidding? Get the fuck out of here, Andy.
No, I don't think he's kidding.
A 33? That means it's physically impossible for it to fail. Unless
Well, if
it hits
rolled
a nat 1.
Yeah.
Well, my spell save DC is 18. So depending on
Okay, so it's a minimum 13 modifier.
right.
So I crit hitted my initiative, which means I get to take 2 turns on this first turn. Right?
You and
Technically,
Stormbringer have a turn together here. Yeah.
Because
And then
Stormbringer also
we'll-
critted.
Yeah, then we'll go.
So was that your first, like, kind of part of our first turn?
Yeah.
You can still move if you want, or you can do a bonus action.
Technically, that was a bonus action, I
That
believe.
was was that use an object? So that was my bonus
It
action.
was. Sure. Or Fairy Fire's bonus, I forget.
So my and am I next to it?
No, you can also fly though at this point, or move.
You can fly.
Burbage was just kind of looking down on people he loved from a vantage point above. So
Yo.
flying feels maybe kind of weird right now. But he'll... So, yeah, maybe he won't do that, actually, right now. Fuck.
You can get next to it if you step next to Charity.
Yeah. Yeah, Burbage is still in I'm gonna fucking kill this thing with Bright Fang mode.
Okay.
Shit. So I'll give you a Bright Fang roll. Fuck.
As you move, its elongated arm bends, reaches over Charity almost, and slashes at you. It has a 10-foot range.
Was that its opportunity attack?
It was its opportunity attack. That hits you. 22 slashing damage and 18 necrotic damage.
I'm gonna... shit.
You saw it coming, I guess.
Yeah. What was its attack roll?
I haven't told you. I just said it hit.
Well,
By a
I
lot.
have...
Oh, I'm sorry. If you have something, yeah. That.
I can force it to re-roll
Okay. Yeah, it hit.
with second chance, but I kind of... I don't know if that's even worth it. I can either do that or I can use my uncanny dodge to minimize. Yeah, probably. Fuck, it's gonna hit me no matter what.
I was gonna say I'd take the lower number.
Yeah. So I'm gonna uncanny dodge as it slices at me, and I'm dodging in or coming at it to attack it. I'm gonna have the damage. So how much is half?
20.
20 total.
Yeah. Unless you have a
Alright.
resistance to necrotic.
And I rolled a 26 with Bright Fang.
You, again, like many times, Charity steps in front of you. You roll like almost over like Charity's hip, coming up at this thing from an impossible angle. It couldn't have seen you at this moment. It is looking at several of your friends and still
No.
you miss.
What's the point of a character that's like impossible to hit and impossible to miss? It's impossible for them to miss. What's the...
Do you have another action, Burbage, or was that your turn?
That wasn't rhetorical, by the way, but I'll just put that out there.
No, something's. If we can't hit it unless Andy means for us to like fully lose, there's a trick. There's something. There's
Yeah.
some way we have to be able to get through. Something's wrong. We're still under an illusion. It's under us. It's
Just trying to
vulnerable to
figure it
spells.
out.
There's something. There has to be something. I just don't know what yet. But
Yeah.
Well, that's... I mean, I don't have a bonus action to disengage or anything. If I move, I provoke another opportunity attack, or does it only have one reaction?
You're not sure, but generally, creatures only do.
Only have one reaction. Burbage is gonna back up. 26 misses? Burbage is gonna
How far do you back up?
against his his own kind of better judgment, or not, it's not even judgment. He's gonna kind of back up into the air. He's so flabbergasted.
Do you have a second short sword out for offhand attack? I forgot to ask.
He can't bonus action attack because he used the ring.
That was it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I think movement is. Although with the crit initiative. Yeah, no, that's it. Burbage stays. Burbage stays there. Fuck.
All right, Stormbringer. Burbage is enraged. This little halfling is moving as fast as you've ever seen him, and he's having a hard time finding purchase on this thing.
Is there anything from my extensive history fighting monsters, my extensive knowledge of monsters, and the fact that like I know Roburn intimately, and I have probably the best understanding of Riddle Muckina in the party, even if this isn't exactly a normal Riddle Muckina shit, to help me figure out like trigger what I feel like Burbage should have been able to hit that. Why wasn't Burbage able to hit it? Can I try to figure out what's going on there?
So far, it just looks like it's too fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Mechanically speaking, it might need a little bit of a higher roll to really trigger something for you to go, shit, that should have hit. Which just might also just be a really high armor class. So.
Okay. Well, I'm watching closely for that shit.
Okay.
And I'm going to rage on, obviously.
Yeah.
I have my shield out as a reminder. As I swing at him, I'm gonna say, you know, more aggravating words about how he's a fucking fuckface. You're like a fucking piece of shit, and you're fucking with everybody here, and I don't know what you're fucking doing with all your speedy shit, but we're gonna figure it out and fucking kill you. And you're trying to tell people they're bad, but you're bad. I've lived with these people and worked with them and fought alongside them, and they're good fucking people. And even if bad things have happened, that doesn't mean they're not fucking good people. And we're gonna fucking kill you.
Fucking bring it!
Okay, fucking fight me, bitch! Swing at him with my Mortal Battle Eye.
Fighting the concentrated avatar of teenagedom.
Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, he does seem very immature.
You, Stormbringer, you feign slightly to the left with your shield. As soon as you think its eyes sort of glance at your shield, almost like you're going to bash it, you swing over and down on this thing. The way his feet are positioned, no way he can dodge this. No way. Your axe finds purchase in the stone below his feet. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
That one should have hit.
Can I get any sort of handle from that on what's wrong?
You were kind of watching. Give me a perception check. It's going to be harder. You're not using an action to do this. You're just sort of attempting. But...
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 2, so 8.
It's moving almost too fast for you to watch. You haven't quite got it yet, but something's wrong. Yeah.
Something's wrong. This isn't fucking something's. We should be able to fucking hit it. Figure out what the fuck is wrong. Can I have 2 questions.
Yep.
Since Burbage and I both critted, are we going to go again before that thing that says lair on the turn tracker?
Yes, you will.
Okay. Cool. Then, I guess first I pop my aura on. It should make a DC 18 Dex save and DC 18 Strength save. I imagine it's going to make those. Maybe not.
Still, will be nice to know.
17 on both of those.
Oh. Okay.
That was really low roll.
So it's going to take 14 lightning damage.
Okay.
Do I feel like it actually took 14 lightning damage?
It arcs out. Doesn't seem like it hit him.
My lightning should have fucking hit there. That was like a fucking direct hit. Something's seriously fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And theoretically, it will be, what is the effect? Its movement is reduced, I think, to 0 until its movement is reduced to 0 until the start of my next turn.
You see
as magical
ice
frost covers it.
starting to grow and crackle and crystallize on its legs, and it looks down. Oh, fucking let's go. You don't even know I'm the whisper in the night. I am the riddle. I'm gonna murder all of you and collect Burbage's tears.
You're a whisper in the night, or the whisper in the night. You're actually a loud fart in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Like the loudest fart you've ever heard.
I hate you a lot. It's gonna use one of its. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna.
I can't do a lot else, so second attack still.
Gotcha.
I know I'm probably not gonna hit. Because something's fucking wrong. But, 14 wouldn't fucking hit most people anyways. Okay, so.
Could you give me a strength saving throw, please?
Raging, so I have advantage on those. And I got a nat 20, so now it can't ever touch me. That's the rules, Andy. I'm sorry, I didn't write them.
Yeah.
The effect that just happened, I'm gonna rule can't happen to you anymore. Because you saw
Cool.
what he was trying to do, and as you missed him, he caught your arm incredibly fast, guided it further into the ground, slammed your hand into the ground, hoping you would drop your weapon. But you, even through the cracked ethereal dirt, held on.
Cool.
Well done. Are you moving?
No. Well, can I ask is
Oh, yeah.
throwing charity a move action or an action? Gently tossing.
Gently tossing. Tossing, not so much. You know what? As your entire movement this round, I'll let you sort of shove him like back 5 feet or something from where you are.
Can I shove him back like 10 feet since this bitch has reach?
Not quite.
And then
But
I'm
if you want
just
5.
gonna wait and use my
Okay.
action on my second thing.
Okay. Does a 26 hit you, Stormbringer?
What do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
That
No.
is 15 slashing and 14 necrotic. So for your rage, 7 and 14, 28. Or no, I'm sorry, 21.
Cool. And was that like, did it attack me with its claws, or what was that?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, it as soon as it slammed into you, yeah, it turned around with his other hand, whoosh, raked across your shoulder, blood immediately starting to now drip down your
That legendary
right
action?
arm. That was a legendary action.
Okay. Cool beans.
Burbage, you're so enraged that you missed. It's your turn again. Stormbringer has screamed out, something's wrong, something is not quite right.
So Burbage has made the connection with the card, and now he has True Sight. The form that he sees with True Sight from Family's Flame, is it the form that we saw in the ethereal plane when we were entering, like outside of Federo?
Yeah.
It's that kind of tall, slender, lanky, long fingers form.
Yep.
And Burbage has never seen this
No.
form before?
You see what flickers in between his form. Your true sight is seeing something that you recognize. Whenever you see the ghost of Eldon Dale, you see that form flickering within this creature right now. The voices in your head, Burbage, sound very familiar all of a sudden.
The voices in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like it would. I feel like I'd be wasting an action just trying to attack again.
Or we could get more information. It did seem like, so mechanically, Stormbringer rolled higher on an AC, and it seemed to give a little bit more information there. I don't know if that means anything to you, but
Very little.
okay.
I mean, when she, with the battle axe, when she rolled the 27.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what information we got from that. The information being that something is wrong.
Something's wrong. Yeah.
That's what she
Yeah,
cried
but-
out. Like, something is like.
She should have been able to hit it.
So I feel. So yeah, that's what I'm latching onto.
Yeah.
So Burbage wants to try to figure out what the fuck is wrong and what we have to do to
What,
hit it.
what
Like,
skill check might you try to use to do that? You pick. Performance?
I mean, it would be awesome if I could use. All right. Can I use sleight of hand to try to find its user manual? It's gotta have like a
I love
user
it.
manual in its pocket, like in her pocket or something. Like I'm right up close. I want to use sleight of hand to find the instructions. Like, how do I turn? Like, do I change? How do I change the settings on this?
Let's start with the roll. Give me a sleight of hand roll.
I like that is the
And
DM's way of saying, I do not know what I should fucking tell you, so let's just see if it's an issue.
Let's hope I don't have to worry about this. Is this your action, or is this something kind of quick you're trying to do, and then hold on to an action? Mechanically, the DC lowers if it's your whole action.
It's my action.
Okay.
And it's a 21.
Quickly, you sheathe Bright Fang for a second. You slide under the feet of Stormbringer as she's making very purposeful steps in a warrior style befitting a leader of the mountain tribe. This is heavy duty battle, but you're able to read it with your eyes, and you're able to slip underneath and start to try to feel for this thing to see if it's an illusion or not, or what's going on. It sees what you're doing and tries to even move away, but for just a second you felt something tangible. That shadow is tangible. It is solid. It's not pure illusion.
Did I feel its dick?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, just a little bit.
Okay. Then it was worth it.
Okay.
Go away, shakes his head.
And do you want to move?
So that was my action. what's the ruling on? I feel like we've had this conversation before. And I argued vehemently that, and I think I was overruled. I feel like using the ring of spell storing is using an object, and so I can use my bonus action to do it, regardless of the spell.
I forget if it's that or if it allows you to use the spell in it. Do you have the wording on that?
On the ring of spell storing.
Yeah.
Or
I'm looking it up.
Maybe looks it up. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I guess the other spell that's stored in it is, I believe, spiritual weapon,
which is a bonus.
So it doesn't matter. Either way, I could cast.
It is the spell is treated as if you cast it, so it isn't activating the item. It's like it funnels the casting through.
Well, I don't need to make the argument because spiritual weapon's a bonus.
I was gonna say,
anyway.
fun fact: spiritual weapon bonus action.
Yeah. And what did we decide? We decided that the spiritual weapon at level 4?
Four.
Level 4.
It only levels up every 2 levels, so 5 wouldn't change anything.
I mean, I doubt that this is gonna.
But why the fuck not?
Yeah, give me a swing.
I'm trying to.
I can roll it for you.
Also, yeah. Whatever's good.
Because it uses all of my stats, so.
Burbage, what does your spiritual weapon look like?
30.
Well, I just felt its shadow dick.
Yeah.
Can I make?
Or maybe it has like a roll of quarters in its shadow pants. Okay,
roll of quarters.
Let's calm down a little.
Spiritual weapon is a beam of light, like a spotlight, aiming up through its body.
Okay. So this spotlight clicks on and sort of like flashes around incredibly quickly. You hear a clang as if the metal of a weapon hit solid stone at some point. You caught it off guard. It did not see this spiritual weapon coming. You actually hit it. It did no damage.
So before, things that we thought should absolutely hit it didn't hit it, and now a successful spiritual weapon did hit it but did no damage.
Correct.
So force damage didn't do any damage to it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time, Adam? I just want to make sure I'm getting this.
We hit it with spiritual weapon, which should have caused some force damage, and it didn't hurt it at all. So, what other types of damage have we been trying to
We
hit
have
it with?
tried to hit it with slashing, piercing.
Magical slashing, magical piercing, magical force.
And it seems to have been able to dodge everything, even when it probably shouldn't have been able to dodge something. And this is the first time it connected and did nothing.
Okay, so it's possible to hit it.
But it may have full immunity to force, including magical force. And no, that would. I was gonna say it may have immunity to all physical damage, but that would fucking be impossible shit then.
Force isn't. Also, force isn't a physical damage type. It's a pure
Not technically,
magical.
okay.
No, it's like the purest magical damage type.
Rarely things have.
I was gonna say, which is almost never resisted, let alone immune to.
I'm gonna say. I think Burbage was kind of hoping that. Burbage is hoping that that's like making that sound. Maybe will communicate to everybody what he discovered with his sleight of hand.
Sure, yeah.
Which is like, this thing is physical. It's definitely real and hittable. And and I'll just kind of get up. I've slid under its
You've kind of moved back into your normal square right there.
Okay, and cool. Yeah, I'm good. That's my fucking turn.
Stormbringer.
Okay. I'm going to yeet Charity to safety.
Okay.
How far can I yeet one Charity?
As an action, I'll let you throw him 15 feet away.
I also have my wings out, so you can kind of angle me up.
Yeah.
Yeet Charity 15 feet away, but into the air.
With the wings, you'll glide to that 20-foot mark if you want.
Okay. I'm gonna toss him and shout, "Be safe, Charity! Fly!"
I landed. Okay.
Safety.
Fuck you, man. Still gonna shove your tongue down your throat. We're just having a little technical difficulties, okay?
I'm waiting.
Good, hold still and stop moving! Unfortunately, that was my action. But I am going to move so that I have these two at least bracketing with my shield. And I'm going to double check something really quick. Okay, and as a bonus action, I'm activating my lightning and shit again.
Right? Yeah, let's get it.
So DC 18 saves, please.
It critted its strength, and that's a 22 on Dex.
Oh, look at me. I'm a super powerful devil.
Got him.
Oh, actually, that's also, we used lightning, and it didn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, when I did the lightning damage last turn, did I feel like it was like an immunity thing, or did I feel like it was like a?
Did it feel like it
somehow
connected?
dodge it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an attack roll, so I said it kind of missed, but it's more that it didn't do anything. Yeah.
Okay.
It should have connected with something if there's something tangible there, which Burbage says there is. Didn't seem to do anything.
And based on everything I've seen now with Burbage and with me, can I make another check to try to figure out what the fuck is going on?
Yes, please. Another quick check somehow.
Yeah.
That's not your action. Please, you describe what skill you want to use.
I'm using athletics because I have a keen understanding of how physical bodies work, and Burbage was pretty sure that this is a real, tangible thing.
Okay.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that should have had advantage, so it's actually just 29.
Just 29. You guys know the challenge rating system only goes up to 30. That is the near impossible for what this is. With a 29, you're in a dance, like he said, Stormbringer. Like when you were just talking, the two of you, this is a dance for him. So if you step here, he should step there. He's not moving. The ice actually is holding him in place. But his physical body seems still impenetrable to you. But that can't be. There's another piece to this. You're getting closer. But there's another piece. And now you know also that your last turn did stop him in his tracks. At this point, because he critted his strength, he's able to break free. But as you had moved around, you noticed he couldn't have moved until the end of your turn there. Yeah.
I'm going to communicate that all very rapidly in a shouty voice in a way that sounds like Stormbringer to other people, so we're all on the same page. We're trying to solve this shit.
It's a dance. Ice.
Y'all just get it because we vibe, right? You know what I'm saying.
Ice
And
Spade.
that's
Call it.
yeah. And I think that's my turn.
All right. Burbage, you notice he's not doing that yet. You notice
Probably over here now, by the way, right?
Oh,
If
okay.
I could have slid
Sure.
under it.
Sure. Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, unless it's probably really useful for me to be next to Stormbringer. Maybe
Yeah, I
I
think
just
you just-
circled
yeah.
under
I
its.
like that you are probably over here though, isn't
Oh, fuck me!
it? You made a good case.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. No, it's gotta. It does not like that you moved so easily through it, and it's gonna try to strike down on you, Burbage. That hits for 20 slashing and 14 necrotic.
I'm gonna take 17. Because Uncanny Dodge, I can do. It's no limit to how many times I can do that per round.
Okay.
Yeah. 17.
Does it require a reaction?
Oh. Yes, it does. And I already.
No.
You
went
redone
again.
your turn. Yeah, since last time you tried to do that.
Right. First. Oh, yeah. So this is. Yeah.
So you don't have it until your next turn, but you're good now. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 17 damage.
Yeah. All right.
Burbage, you see his image flicker a little bit again, and almost like Stormbringer is, like a ghostly Stormbringer is kind of popping up a little bit. And you sort of shake your head, and again, you see its true form, which is this thin, impossibly long-limbed thing. And it sort of starts to laugh. And I need all of you to either make a strength or a dex saving throw. Your choice.
Got a 28 on a strength save.
13
19.
dex.
23 dex.
And Akari.
Sorry, my thing just takes forever to
Yeah,
load.
you're good. The mists of this place, Charity. Oh shit. Akari got a crit. So
I'm also gonna say-
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
As you're going in to describe this, I'm assuming that I failed.
Yes.
I will instead succeed using Code of Evasion.
Okay.
So you can describe it. Just I was like,
Yeah.
before you get to the hole.
Yeah. All right. As you're floating down on your wings from Stormbringer's toss, you can see the ground beneath you. The two lines where your feet are about to touch the ground. Two lines of sort of icy, like crystalline cold, look like they're going to meet your legs, and root you to this ground. You land and do a back handspring and slide then along the ethereal plane here. The cold reaching out to you, missing you. None of you have this effect then happen. All of you saved. Very good. And yeah, we're gonna get through this turn and then we'll take a break. Clementine, you're up.
This entire turn? You mean like this whole round, or?
Yeah, until we get to Burbage again.
Okay, I'll probably step away briefly then.
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
Fuck. This is hard for Clem.
Yeah.
She's still doing rough
Yeah.
mentally. I mean, physically as well, from the whole 90 damage that she took suddenly from being stabbed through with fingers. and then being shown something that she very much wants to disengage from completely. Gonna do something that's not going to work, but I don't think right now anything I have is going to work because no attacks and nothing that involves saves have really worked. But I figure, why the fuck not try it?
Okay.
So I'm gonna use the medallion to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
I'm just curious. So first I'll get surface thoughts without having to do any kind of...
You also know it also detects if there's a creature there.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And there is.
Okay.
You latch on to the thoughts of this thing. Its thoughts are screaming in your head about Burbage. Millions of thoughts about Burbage. You're getting surface level thoughts racing through your mind about every horrible thing that's happened in Burbage's life. This man approaching him in a tavern, asking him to steal a ring. This older woman who's asking Burbage to save her son from drowning in a river. This moment by moment failure of Burbage over and over, the things that keep Burbage up at night, are racing around in his brain like memories. If you'd like to probe deeper.
Clem is just gonna say out loud, "Oh, it's the worst possible thing that could happen. It's making me feel sorry for Burbage." And then I will probe deeper.
Is that a wisdom save?
Yeah, it's a DC 13 because it's an item, so it's probably, unless it gets a crit fail, it's a...
17. It was close.
Damn. If it were my own spell, it would have failed. Okay, that's all I get. Wish it were easier to see what was a bonus action in terms of spells.
Yeah.
Like if it just popped up a little thing that you could see. They have all the other, like, symbols, but
So you've seen Stormbringer and Burbage also attempting to figure this out a little more intellectually. Something here is not right, something is wrong, and they can't quite put their finger on it, but it seems like they're getting close. There is something here. It is tangible.
Do I get some kind of idea of something I should try? Like try a different kind of attack or a different kind of...
I mean, how would you go about determining that? What's good for you? Do you want to try to do this with like nature, history, medicine, whatever you can think? I'll try to roll with.
It's a good question. I'm trying to think of what Clem would know. Maybe some kind of history to see if in any of the, tons of research she has done, and also a lot of stuff involving, weird creatures and dead things and all that kind of stuff.
Check, Clem.
A 20.
Is that the final result?
I mean, I didn't mean to open Steam suddenly. Okay.
I playing a different game.
Right, I'm like, I'm done actually. Thanks. I could use my final flash of genius to make it 25. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
People have inspiration too. However you want to.
I rolled pretty fucking well.
I was gonna say
I doubt I'm gonna roll better than a 15.
That is not me saying you should re-roll or anything like that. It's just how I'm not going to tell you the result until.
I'm gonna make it. I made it 25.
Okay. With a 25, Clem, your mind is racing, and it's It's being pulled, obviously, in that one direction that it showed you, but you're trying to be calm and analytical, and you take a deep breath. And you're watching it, and you're watching how Stormbringer is moving and how Burbage is moving with it. And the way it's moving triggers something for you. Clem, you've heard of some of the nastiest of creatures, the most difficult to bring down. They always have a weak spot. And with a 25, it's making damn sure none of these attacks get near its eyes.
Can I message cantrip? Or
On the party line, which you have
on the party
established
line,
as
yes.
canon.
can I, you have
Yeah.
established this canon.
Go ahead.
Can I do it? Okay. I'm gonna just say, it really seems to be protecting its eyes. I don't know what the hell it is, but I don't think it has a lot of weaknesses, and I think that's the one area that we should be aiming for. And I'm also a smart person. Do I feel like I watched it attack at Burbage when he moved, right?
Mhm.
So do I feel like I could safely move out of the way, or I don't know enough about this creature to know?
You're not positive, but if it follows the rules of basic creatures that you've met and have fought, yeah, you're probably safe.
Okay, I'm gonna try and move away then.
Okay. It
A
does
little bit
not
further.
Make a swing at you.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna move. Just I
However,
cast
yeah.
spells. I can be in a way.
Okay.
And then
Also,
yeah.
just a note: the ethereal plane, man-made structures, you can pass through.
Oh,
You can't pass through natural ground or rock formations or something like that. But in the ethereal, these walls, if you want them to be physical, they are. If you don't, they are not.
Okay. I'm good for here for right now.
Okay.
I think. And after me goes Stanley.
Okay.
And with what I've just learned, I'm going to instruct Stanley to try and claw him in the eye.
Okay.
Get the
And
eyes!
I have Stanley's info here.
Actually, after your turn, it's using another legendary action, and you see it fade out of existence into invisibility. You're not sure. You don't see it anymore.
That's
Now,
bullshit.
the more troubling thing is, none of you see it.
Yeah.
And you all have true sight on.
And blind sense doesn't.
And blind sense, Burbage. This thing is not only invisible, it's not here at the moment.
Can I have Stanley ready in action then to
Yeah,
attack him in the eyes when he comes back?
sure.
Okay. That's my stuff.
And it's, I guess, worth noting that if we're sticking in the same initiative for now,
Fight's done.
Burbage, because of his thief's reflexes, has an additional turn at my initiative minus 10. So
Which would be
15.2.
okay. He's gonna go right before you.
Yeah, I noticed that his was
15.24.
yeah.
Cool. But okay, so we'll put you in right after this, as he appears right behind Hikari and Stormbringer. He's technically within 10 feet or within 5 feet of your large ass construct here. So if you want to
Stanley
get
Clump.
yeah.
Yeah. Stanley's gonna go for the eyes. I get it's plus my spell attack modifier, which is that just what it's not the plus 10, is it just the plus 5? Or is it
Sounds like more of a 10.
yeah, so
No,
my spell
five?
attack
It would be
bonus
your
is just
it's your
regular.
proficiency
attack
plus
bonus.
your attribute modifier.
Okay, so it's plus 10. Okay, so 14 for the ice.
Okay, that misses, I'm afraid. Very quick.
Rude.
As he then appears out of nowhere again, out of nowhere, he goes, "Ugh!" These shadows of spears of shadows start shooting out at each of you. I need all of you except Clem, this includes Clue, to make Constitution saving throws, please.
And Stanley.
And Stanley.
Rolled a 22.
23.
6 for Stanley.
For Stanley.
I was like,
Sorry. It's taking a minute.
And a 16 for Burbage.
So Stanley. Sorry.
Sorry, was that for
Continue.
Clue you said, Charity? Or?
no, that's mine.
yours.
I can't roll clues because
Oh.
I think something happened with like changing the name of the sheet, but then the token doesn't know it exists or something. I don't know.
Oh,
NPC
sorry.
sheets are
And
weird.
Like,
to Hikari, and I'm going to re-roll that.
okay.
And is this poison?
No.
Okay.
Clue rolled a 6.
Wait, that's better.
16 for you, Hikari. Sorry, it's a lot of dice. It's rolling. Okay. Burbage, Hikari, Stanley, and Clue take 49 necrotic damage and lose a death saving throw. The rest of you will take 24 necrotic damage.
Except for me.
Except for you, Clem. Yeah.
Okay. Stanley is dead.
Stanley falls.
Stanley falls apart.
Stanley saving was like dead
I'm sorry,
6
we can't-
times over, right?
He actually has 22 hit points.
Oh, never mind. He would have been
Oh.
almost
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And we get a death save failure.
Yes. Hikari and Burbage. And Clue. And it's gonna swing at you, Stormbringer.
Bring it, bitch. I mean it. I'm not calling you a bitch.
No, no, no.
You are a bit of a bitch, though.
Totally worth it. Yep.
Andy's like, I know what I
I
did.
get it. I get it. Yep. Yep. I deserve it. 16 slashing and 14 necrotic to you
22
as
damage
it
total.
carves back into you.
Sorry. I was like,
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, math is needed.
That was fucked up, Andy.
Why you want to kill Stanley?
I hope you weren't too attached to that meat sack, Burbage. It's the first of many meat sacks that will fall today.
Is that
Actually, I did like him more than the other one. Randolph was creepy.
that. I thought that was a Burbag joke.
Could I also amend, if this is cool for people, and tell me if it's not? Do you mind if we take breaks sort of individually throughout the thing? Because I want to make sure that we're definitely done by 10, and I think we can get to some
Stagger out
bit of a
breaks.
stopping. Yeah, so if we could
Yeah.
stagger breaks, is that cool?
I think
Yeah,
that
that's
works.
Works for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm also
I
peacing out for
knew
a
it.
sec. I'm still gonna listen.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Then Burbage slips in, and then it'll be Charity. To initiative.
Okay, so Burbage heard what Clem said about the eyes. And we have heard or seen magical attacks hit it. Have I seen any kind of magical attack look like it did damage to it?
Nothing has
We haven't done any
nothing
damage
has
to
hurt
it yet,
this
have we?
creature. No.
Burbage will well, he had sheathed a bright fang to do his sleight of hand thing, so it makes it kind of easier for him to arm himself with the hand crossbow. And he will and both crossbows, if but with his hand crossbow he will try to hit it in its eyes
Okay.
with with a +1 bolt, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
Which I think, what did we say is a successful hit with those? So like a 19 or a 20
Would be.
get with these.
Are you thinking Walloping Bolt?
Well, that was the original Walloping bolts, but I've since I ran out of those and I bought.
+1 bolts. Yeah. So
just
these are
plus
just.
one. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
they're just
nothing.
+1 to your roll. Yeah.
And damage.
And damage. And damage.
Oh, okay. And I don't know if that's.
And count as magical.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes me nervous.
I mean, you could have different bolts in each one.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know which one I should apply to which.
That's a nasty idea for a high level fight of like a thing that can only be hit by like basic weapons that aren't special or magical or silvered at all.
Yeah.
That is not what this is. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that would be a weird, absurd sort
But
of
it'd be
turn,
really funny, actually.
and very meta. Yeah, but yeah.
So that's a 27, and can we manually add +1 to the attack roll?
Yeah, so it's a 28.
28.
Yeah, it added at 11 already.
That's just his mod.
That's just my
Your regular mod. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, a 28. It's going straight for his eyes, and at the very last second, it blocks them and sticks. The bolt sticks into his hand. He flexes. The bolt breaks,
28?
falls to the ground.
So
Burbage, it was so close, and now he knows where you're aiming.
So 26 didn't hit it. A 27 didn't hit it. A 28 didn't hurt it.
And
Even for the eye, like, what's
And
the
a
point in finding out the eyes are the weakness if we can't
and
even
a-
fucking hit them?
And a 30 did hit it, but didn't do damage. Apparently, it seems because of the force, but it did contact, from what you were saying, if I'm reading that right. Andy.
yes, and this is a little bit of flavor for you missed.
Yes.
I'm
missed.
just gonna
Yeah.
say, I have a +10 to my spell attacks. So is it the only way I can hit is a natural 20?
Let's roll well enough to find out, huh?
So that used up one of those. All right, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna try to use my offhand crossbow.
Okay.
To hit its other eye.
Okay.
Does it have 2, or are we talking?
Yeah, right.
It does have 2 eyes.
Okay.
We'll say that it kind of covered up one.
Jeez.
14. A 14 misses.
Yeah.
Goes above Charity's head.
Trying to decide if I want to use my inspiration or something. I mean, I don't know. What do people think? Should I use inspiration on that, or is that save inspiration for something else?
I mean,
Save it.
I would save it if just over the
Save
table.
it for saves. There's going to
Yeah.
be bad saves.
Over the table,
Yeah.
you would have to roll at least an 8, a 17 to get better than we've seen. I think you'd have to roll actually an 18 to get to 29, which is the missing number in the series. So it's like your odds of getting that aren't great.
Well, I mean, absolutely. A 17 plus, for sure. All right, so that's my attack and my bonus attack, and now Burbage is really fucking angry, and he is going to rise up into the air. 30 feet. He's trying to get a different vantage point on this thing, trying to see if being above it will help.
Okay.
That's all.
Excellent. Charity.
2 questions.
Yeah.
This thing is this thing significantly taller than the party?
It's 10 feet tall. Yeah.
So
like you can kind of like swing at it and hit it if you jump a little bit.
But I was more also thinking like I could position an AoE that would touch like its head and not touch people on the ground.
Yes. There would be 5 foot ish. Yeah.
Other question.
Yeah.
Are we using flanking?
Yes.
Okay. Charity's halo is going to flare to life again. Hakari, Stormbringer, Clue, Burbage, and Clem, you have 23 temporary hit points. These are truly temporary hit points, so
cool. Yeah.
Magical defensive bubble around you, but you can't regain them. And then I'm going to silver flame darts, and I'm flanking it, so advantage. 20. Okay, I really thought you did the thing where you increased
Rolled
it.
all of them?
Yeah. Cool. Nat 20, 32. Nat 20, 32.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
And I think I have one more. So the 25 we know is irrelevant. 2 nat 20 32s.
Okay.
That's wild.
Okay.
And I was aiming for the eyes because.
Yeah. With the 32, the first arrow streaks around, and he dodges out of the way, looks back at you, and as soon as he does, straight into one of his eyes, you hit it. You see him stagger for a second. This does 50. It's fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay. It does 7 fire damage to it.
It's actually 19. That's with the calculating with the bonus, so it would be 9.
9.
Or sorry. I didn't realize the first one was actually 15. You're right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I was my thing
Yeah.
had scrolled down, so I was just seeing the 15 and 4. My bad. Roll on table.
Do you add?
Yes, go ahead and roll on the table. We'll see if it
2d6 for the family's
anything.
flame.
That doesn't benefit me.
Yeah.
Oh, it only benefits us.
Yeah.
Oh,
My custom abilities are basically all focused on buffing other people. Right. I was like, and where am I going?
Yeah. Give me a couple. You can give an inspiration to someone?
Had someone used theirs?
I don't
I used
think so, yeah.
mine.
Okay, so Stormbringer
then
has
yes. All right. Good. So as that first one hit straight in the eyes, it looks it covers itself and it looks back at you. It has a crack across its jaw then that's glowing white, fiery white. The second one hits. It staggers for a second and looks up. It now has a crack across its shoulder, glowing white.
Good call, Clem.
Oh, thank God.
And you finally hurt the creature.
phew!
And it
Jesus
does not
Christ.
like that at all.
Fight's almost
Is
done
it
then.
bloodied?
Burbage, you see in the form of this creature flicker just a little bit. You almost see Hikari, ghostly white, in it flicker. It points at you. You erupt in.
Is that a
bees.
spell?
This would be a spell.
So yeah, no, that doesn't happen.
Counterspell, bitches.
Counterspell?
Don't
what level?
erupt.
What level are you casting?
Third.
Okay, you will have to roll.
Okay. Reality check. Uh, 17. It shouldn't have had advantage. I forgot to click over.
As it looks and points its hand to you, Burbage, you see the flash of Hikari in there for just a moment. Flames begin to encircle you, Charity, and they're about to reach up and consume you, burning your mind itself. But what does your counterspell do instead?
So the flames are going up around Burbage, you said.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charity, yeah. It looks like, it's about to engulf you, Charity.
Oh, okay. I thought it was pointing at Burbage when you started this. I was like, wait,
no,
what?
yeah.
Um,
My bad. I don't know if
okay.
that changes much, but
So as the flames are sort of roiling up, it's going to completely consume Charity, and then after a second, with I'm assuming it sort of chuckling evilly,
yeah.
it's sort of here, and the flame is just absorbed into Charity's wings.
Nice.
What's up,
Very
motherfucker? I'm better at flames than you.
Very nice. All right, Hikari.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
Go ahead.
do you want to move?
I'm sorry. I hate to do that to you.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Nah, we'll just count it as a counterspell. We're good. I had thought it was targeting Burbage, so I needed to counterspell it. I probably could have absorbed it. Using the Rod of Absorption, if it was targeting me.
Oh, we could also do that. Yeah, that's fine. It was targeting you 100%. And if you would have done
Was it
absorption, we could
AoE?
try that. No.
It was just like a single target spell on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have Rod of Absorption it.
Okay.
What
cool,
spell level was it?
That was 5.
Oh,
All right. And no damage is taken with that?
No,
Or-
it just absorbs the spell, and I take its magic. So it actually made the visual even better.
It did. Hikari.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna do anything, but I'm gonna try and blind this motherfucker
Oh, shit. Okay.
and see if
By biting its eyes
it
out.
can't by spell.
Yeah.
Biting its eyes out would be fun though.
That'll be plan B.
That is a... What? Constitution saving.
Yeah.
It failed. However, it's going to use a legendary resistance
Ugh,
and succeed.
Still. Legendary resistance.
Burned a legendary resistance. It is now more vulnerable. And wow, that was a nice low level spell to burn an entire legendary resistance, but
I
he
really
could
wanted
not.
to see what it would happen if it was blinded.
Yeah,
Oh,
he cannot. He did not want that to happen.
okay, well that's good to know.
Very good.
I could just keep trying to blind him. So,
Go ahead and do you want to move or?
as a bonus action, I'm gonna raise my AC. I don't remember. I think it's like Shield of Faith or something to raise my AC to 19.
You can't do that
Okay.
same turn.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't
It's a
because
spell slot level
as
spell.
soon as I said it, I was like, wait, I can't do it. Yeah, if I move away, will it get an opportunity attack?
You've seen it do it before.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stay where I am then.
Okay.
I mean, I guess. No, never mind. Can't do that. Go ahead.
Clue.
Clue is going to move in and through like a non-attack of opportunity line, position himself between Charity and the creature as much as he can, and take the help action.
Okay.
So the next attack
Okay.
made against it or attack roll made against it has advantage.
Awesome.
I sort of picture this as Clue like sweeps in and then just flares his mane.
I love it. All right. Yeah. It didn't like that Hikari tried to blind it. It is using a legendary action to strike out at Hikari. Oh.
Does that have a problem because it's in range of Stormbringer, so has disadvantage? Yes.
Is that true?
Because you have your shield up, don't you?
That's not what the shield does. The shield
Yeah.
makes it so attack actions have to target me. Is this an attack action?
Legendary actions can be attack actions.
Is this an attack action?
Oh, this is an attack action. It does have to target.
Then it has to target me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
hit me with whatever just happened.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if it was that
Yeah,
or
yeah,
if you
yeah.
had the equivalent of the one that's
The protection.
the
thing,
shielding spell that you can make it like hard
No,
for
this
people
is
to
a
focus.
this is a homebrew shield that Andy made because when we were doing my
No, no,
arc,
no, I
he
thought
was like,
that
what do
maybe.
you want? I was like, I want to be able to protect my friends and tank really well.
Yeah, I thought it was that effect though.
I don't really want to lose a limb though. Can it be a finger?
Stormbreaker. It looks for a second like he's trying to attack Hikari. And Hikari is still reeling from the spell. She's left herself open for a moment, and this thing is too fast. And you, as quick as you can, go to try to block Hikari. You hear the shield hit the ground first. Clang, clang. And it takes you a second before you realize your arm is missing at the elbow. I'm getting shoved
Kill him, Darcy. Get him.
That's a total of 52. 35 slashing damage.
17.
And 22 necrotic damage. You do not have the use of your right arm at the moment, and the shield's effects while you're wearing it do not count anymore.
I have a question, Andy.
Yes.
Would I know for this kind of thing if it's something that a heal, like a healing spell could fix, or it's something like Greater Restoration would need to be done?
Right. General healing doesn't just regrow limbs unless it's of an... I usually rule unless it's of an incredible amount.
Okay. But could like Greater Restoration possibly?
Usually, I would say like a Greater Restoration with some healing would start the process, or like a regeneration spell, which is pretty rare, or healing of a sufficient amount, which you're not exactly sure. You don't generally regrow limbs. It had to be, when you guys did it with Charity to regrow the horn, it needed to be like, I think it was like 30 or more. And this might be a little more intense than that.
But Greater Restoration wouldn't do it?
Not alone. It would start the process. It starts to, as it dropped the limb on the ground, and the shield clangs, it looks to you, Burbage. Piece by piece. Burbage, your go. And then Stormbringer.
Burbage is going to swoop down on him and try to stab him in the eyes with Bright Fang.
You have advantage on your attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an offhand weapon as well?
Yes!
That's a crit hit. That's a crit hit with Bright Fang, motherfucker.
It's
and
also-
guess what? It's a sneak attack.
Also, it has 2d6 radiant, which doubles to 4d6
Which
as well.
doubles to 4d6.
So should I roll 4d6?
You figure out your damage.
Sneak attack, 4d6.
There's my
God, yes, so many dice.
And there's 4d6.
Was that your doubled sneak attack?
No, it wasn't.
Roll it again.
Delicious.
We had so many crits.
Honestly, if we were ever going to have a game where we were rolling well, I'll take this one.
This would be it, yeah.
And also, Piercer. When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll one additional damage die when determining the extra pierce. Okay, so
yeah, roll another d6.
so I re-roll one of the attack's damage dice, and I must use the new roll. But with a critical hit, I roll 2 damage dice.
Okay.
So I'm going to re-roll the.
We roll a 1, presumably.
What? Oh, there was a
From sneak
1
attack?
in the
Sure.
sneak attack or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I'll roll 2. What? These are D6s.
6s.
All right, 2 D6s. So instead of a 1, so it's
The 5. So add 4 to the total.
well, it's 24 plus 6. Because with the critical hit, I rolled
You took
an
away
extra
a 1.
damage die. So it's 24 plus the 2 dice that I re-rolled.
So,
So 6.
5. The 5 replaces a 1, and then the 1 extra damage die is a 1. Yeah. So that's
Yeah, so 29.
1 plus 6 more, 57, 69 plus 6, 75. Shit. You stab into not the eyes, you stab into the crack on its jaw and drive Bright Fang as you flew down, streaking from the heavens. You plunge into that. Your feet land on either side of its shoulders, and you twist as Bright Fang's ice starts building up on the side. You don't think the cold did as much as normal damage to it. Everything else did. It didn't see you coming down from the sky, Burbage. It was focused on everything around. And it looks pissed.
And
you
how much-
yank out Bright Fang.
And how much damage did you calculate?
75 of the normal damage plus the 7 for cold. So 81 total.
Can we just double check that?
Yeah.
Because my math got it up to like 107. So I might be wrong.
So I forgot about the 19. What's the 19 for?
That was the 4d6 from
4d6 radiant.
That was it. Radiant damage. Okay. Yeah. Radiant damage hits it normal.
Nice. Good. Nice.
It's not only cold damage, it's light starts streaking out from this thing. Stormbringer, you see now a crack forming large on its back. The spots that are now weak, that are able to be struck and hurt this thing, are growing wider with each turn.
So yeah, definitely like seeing it take off Stormbringer's arm just sent Burbage into a rage, and he just channeled that into that fucking direct swoop right down, burying Bright Fang into its. You said it was like the crack in its shoulder, or its back.
Its jaw. Yeah,
Its
it has one jaw, shoulder, and now
Yeah.
it's back. Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
that's
thanks for reminding me of the 19. I forgot. Well done.
cool.
I think that wins for most rolls I've seen, totaling 1 chunk of damage. Not necessarily like the highest number, but just like there's the attack, there's the sneak attack, there's the other sneak attack.
That's insane damage.
And then it almost would feel silly to try to attack it with an offhand dagger, but why not? Unless I wanted to use my bonus to disengage. Have I seen it use a reaction or take an opportunity attack this round?
Not this round, I don't.
Oh no, yeah, it hasn't yet because it's Hikari was gonna go away, but then didn't. Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm furious at it. It just cut off my friend's arm. I'm gonna attack it with offhand dagger. Is that also an advantage? I don't know.
18 on this.
18 misses. Yeah. Okay.
As you go to strike down on it, it bats you away, and you have to do a flip and kind of catch yourself in midair again, just kind of above it, and it tries to kind of wipe the white fiery light from its jaw.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, "Welcome to my reality, bitch. Make yourself comfortable."
Stormbringer.
Oh,
Right.
and was there a critical table for Burbage's attack?
You're totally yes. Thank you.
Balasar Games was in the chat reminding us about it.
Thank you. Yeah. Silent. It was from nowhere.
Yeah.
Everyone saw you just silently find the exact right moment to plunge. It was beautiful.
Cool.
Nami?
Yeah.
Am I able to, as part of a move action, pick up my shield?
You can pick it up. Yeah.
And does holding it, is that enough, or does it have to be equipped?
It needs to be equipped.
Ew.
Wielded some way.
Wielded in some way, you say?
Yeah, in mechanically speaking, it would be drop your weapon, wield this. Or try to do a combination, but have disadvantage on attacks.
But reckless attack would cancel that out.
It would, if you want to make that deal.
He just cut off my fucking arm, and also I can't effectively tank without my shield, because he's gonna go attack everybody else then. So I can combine it if I have disadvantage, so I can attack and then, like, swap for my shield, basically?
No, you can just attack with your axe that also has a shield on it.
Okay.
You're sort of just going to like slap the shield over that arm,
Yeah.
get the benefits of protection from the shield, but you're making it really hard to
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
Why have two arms when one works?
Right?
Okay. I'm gonna fucking do that.
Okay.
And I am recklessly attacking.
Okay.
And aiming at all the places I'm supposed to aim with,
Sure.
yeah. Oof, that's a terrible attack.
You try to strike, and it dodges out of the way. As you're fumbling, trying to get this new fighting style down, your shield kind of slams into the ground, and you almost have a hard time maintaining balance for a second as it pushes you with your shield back a second, and it just. Oh, I'm gonna take more from you. I'm gonna take everything from you. You won't be able to hug Roburn again for lots of reasons. But
I'm gonna
only
fucking kill
because
you.
won't have fucking arms.
You're like a little glowing thing that's gonna shatter into a million pieces because you're pathetic and sad. You can't even take us. We're fucking normal mortals and you can't handle us. You're like the weakest of the weak, dude. I could beat you with no arms. Also, chat asked, does Stormbringer still get advantage though because flank and reckless attack? So reckless
No,
attack brings it to
disadvantage.
neutral, and then
Yeah.
flanking brings it to advantage?
It doesn't stack. Disadvantage
Yeah.
takes out
Okay.
all advantages. Yeah.
And vice
Okay.
versa. You can have
And vice
you can
versa.
have, you know, disadvantage 4 different ways, and if you ended up with advantage, you're good.
Yeah. Thanks, chat, though, for
Cool.
looking out.
Second attack.
Funny thing being, I was just typing that answer in chat.
Nice, yeah.
27 doesn't hit either, does it? Or does it now? Maybe?
Is its AC going?
I don't know.
27 does not hit, but you're aiming straight for that opening on its back this time, and it's barely, almost frantically able to very quickly swat at your thing, making your sword or your axe miss by just a couple inches. You think it's getting slightly slower, and its openings are
Cool.
getting wider. Its AC is
Uh-huh.
probably going down. Not quite
Fuck
enough
yeah.
for this to hit yet, but yeah.
Cool. And then it also needs to make a DC 18 Dex save and Strength save.
$19 strength, 25 dex.
Jesus.
Okay. That's my turn.
as the mists rise up around all of you, and you hear this cackling. Does an 18 attack? Who does that hit?
Me.
Just barely hits me.
For everybody, or
Yeah,
including
everyone,
me?
including you.
How far away I am and everything?
This is the mist around you.
Oh, it's the fucking lair. Yeah, an 18 definitely hits.
Yeah.
15 cold damage and 10.
Sorry, how much cold damage?
15
You have resistance
And-
to that, so 7.
I know.
and 10 necrotic damage.
Is this an area effect?
No, they're individual attacks, essentially.
But it's the lair.
It is the layer action.
Is it a source
I
that he
s-
can see and reduce, I guess?
Yes.
It's when an attacker that I can see hits me with an attack, I can have the attack's damage against me.
You know that the ethereal itself is bending to his will.
And we can
you are
see the
expecting,
mist.
yeah, you are expecting the mist to be offensive as well.
So
Yes, we'll say
what
yeah.
were the numbers?
Are these
again?
attack actions?
Each one. No, it's not an attack action. It's a.
Okay.
It's a ability action that has each attack.
That triggers
for
through
each
attack
one of you.
rolls, though.
Yeah.
So
So it's a 25 total. If you don't have any resistance to cold or necrotic.
So I'll take 12. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
you also have resistance to cold damage, don't you?
I believe so.
You're wearing the
Me?
ring.
Oh, does the ring give me resist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's why the Oni didn't outright you.
Outright you.
That's the ring of warmth, right?
Yeah.
So do I have it twice?
You have the cold damage. So for you, it would be 5 and 7, 12, 3. So 8 damage total.
And I'm taking that from temporary hit points first.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Clem, your turn.
Okay. Clem is gonna see what happened to Stormbringer and just go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh fuck, and is going to use one of her new abilities to cast Heal on Stormbringer.
Oh.
So it doesn't take a spell slot, and I don't have to have any components or anything like that. It is just a thing that I can do. And Stormbringer regains 70 hit points.
70 hit points.
And hopefully an arm.
As you are standing there, Stormbringer, you feel this light almost emanating from your side. It's brilliant. It's so bright, and you feel just restored and renewed. Your arm glows entirely white, now formed again. It is real, it is tangible, and it is covered in intricate clockwork tattoos.
Fucking sweet.
Nice.
You now have both your arms again, and 70 hit points.
And Clem is just gonna yell, I am powerful! I'm assuming that's an action. It doesn't say it in the book, but I'm guessing it's just whatever
The spell is a
which
time
is
of
an
one
action.
action.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, just gonna can it be a bonus action to take a potion or no?
Healing potion, yes.
It's not a healing potion, but it's one of my potions that I
No.
create whenever I wake up.
No.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Does that count?
No, that would be an
Oh.
action then.
Why is that different than a healing potion?
Because I'm very kind about healing potions, and I'm not about normal potions. Because healing
I'm like,
potions
it's
are
just
also
opening
an
up a
action.
fucking bottle, you bitch.
I was
But
like,
you're
he's not wrong.
Fine.
He's nice about the one that keeps you from dying.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, no, I can't do fuck all else. So I'm just gonna yell I am powerful and flex slightly, and but there's nothing really to flex, so I'm just gonna, and that's my turn.
Okay. It's gonna look around at each of you. It's breathing heavily. Cracks on its body, 4 of them in particular. And he takes his hand around the one on his shoulder, and the white fire peels off of the black shadow. And he drops it on the ground, and he does the same to his jaw and his back. And he drops these on the ground, now his body again black. And then he takes his eyes and removes them, placing them on the ground, creating medium-sized shadows with white eyes.
Just as a question, was that a spell?
Not a spell.
Okay. Yeah, worth asking.
Yes, definitely.
So it looks like he's completely healed, plus now there's other shadow creatures. Or is it still like there's damage to it?
He still seems to be moving a bit slower, like staggering a little bit, almost as if he's trying to catch his breath still in his pure black shadow form. But any of those white motes of weakness are now walking around outside of his body. Oh shit, sorry. Boop. That's there if yeah, that's there if you need it, but and then it Burbage, I need a grapple check from you.
Against what?
Against this creature.
I
As
have
it reaches
advantage.
Up and tries to hold on to you.
Squat nimbleness. So, on any strength or dexterity check you make to escape from being grappled, I'm going to make it a dexterity check.
Okay.
Dex save?
Dex save, you need to beat a 28.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, let's see. That's a 31. That's a crit hit.
Oh, fuck yeah. Burbage, you are so like clutch this fight.
Squat nimbleness.
He reaches out for you. He grabs onto your armor. Were you gonna say something?
I want to describe what happens.
Oh, please, yeah.
Burbage does his best impression of Matthew McConaughey and Magic Mike. He backs up and says, "Nah, can't touch this." But also, if there's something like legit cool that can happen too.
Is now the time to disassociate?
The fury inside my body is so hard to contain. You've made him so angry at you, Burbage. by doing
because of the Matthew McConaughey thing. Magic Mike is pretty good.
Burbage, but also serious moment.
Yeah.
Could you be honest here? How are you feeling? I know if we were to move past the mask of Burbage and past the jovial nature and goofiness of this, how really are you feeling still?
Burbage is trying desperately to not think about what may or may not be happening to the Diefield caravan. And that's fueling between that and seeing Stormbringer's arm come off, like, and I mean, his mind is racing, right? Was that real? This dragon attack? Did this guy cause that? Is this my fault? The card? He's scared, but he's like trying to contain all of that. And he's very, very angry. Yeah. And he likes Magic Mike.
Regan,
I was gonna
go ahead.
just because he's still connected to Charity through Family's Flame.
Yeah.
I feel like as you're doing all of that, you probably also have just a fleeting vision, very similar to the way that like you saw this, like these tears falling into black flame, but a vision looking down at you. In other words, you've always been a hero. You don't need that sword.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yes, you do. You need the sword. You really do. You're nothing without it. What are you possibly without the sword? You're nothing without your friends. You're nothing without this one over here. He's a fucking angel. What are you?
Okay.
If anyone wants to respond at all.
I was gonna say, oh, was that out loud?
Yeah.
Well, technically he's Burbage Kemp DOD.
And also, excuse me, fuck you, Mr. Fuckface. You don't even have friends, and that's why you're gonna die here. Like, there's no shame in needing your friends to support you sometimes. That's what makes us fucking humanoids, okay, you piece of shit? We love each other, and you suck, and Burbage is good, and you're bad, and we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, you're so pathetic. Literally all you think about is Burbage. I listen to your thoughts and they're just Burbage. It's weird. You don't even have your own thoughts or your own memories. It's just Burbage. It's really sad.
So I would say that, like, you know, I like, you know, Burbage did his little bit, like, nah, I can't touch this. But, like, as he was kind of backing up, he kind of did have a flash back to what he was seeing with the caravan and what he showed. And I mean, so Burbage asked, like, what does that have to do with you earlier? And he said it has to do with me because it has to do with you. Does Burbage get the sense that if this dragon's attack on the caravan is real, that it's somehow directly connected with this fucker?
Can you give me an insight roll real quick?
Sure. 24.
Burbage is someone who prides himself on reading a situation. You've honed this skill for years, a lifetime, Before you were a thief, you were still good at this. Putting the pieces together, but reading people, reading intentions. And you ask if that has something to do with this fucker? Burbage. All of it has to do with this fucker. Every moment you see him there. You see that you didn't call this guy into existence at that moment in Gunagaim. You brought him into existence for your entire life, to destroy it, to ruin it, to make you something that it wanted. Something he claims is despair itself. He wants you to be nothing but despair. It's always been him. Cumite, Theodric, getting captured by the Red family. Feelings for the wrong person, feelings for the right people that turned out to hurt you. Your father whispers into your mother's ear that it was your fault that he is gone. All of it is this thing. You read the intention so well that you now retroactively can see that intention applied to so many parts of your life. And in answer to the question of whether he has friends or not, he answers in unison with all of the pieces of him then. And I need everyone except Clem to make 3 Constitution saving throws.
Is this against poison?
Nope.
So many crit successes this game.
Does Hikaru have inspiration anymore?
Hikari still has inspiration, I believe. Oh, you used it? So then no.
Good.
Hikari.
Clue will give Akari his inspiration.
Okay.
Thank you, Clue. Do I get to reroll all 3 of them?
One of them.
One of them.
Did Hikari already fail one of these Constitution things, and took a death
Yeah.
failure?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry. That stupid page.
I'm giving
Okay.
Hikari my inspiration also to reroll 2 of them. So,
Okay.
well, 1 from me and 1 from Clue.
Burbage will give Hikari his inspiration.
Thanks.
Fuck.
I mean, I have one too. I could give it up if we
All right. So
feels like a big thing.
uh
At this point, I mean,
so every well, yeah. So yeah, figure that out first.
What do we
I
feel?
mean, I don't know.
I don't know what this effect does. I don't know if you're still
Yeah.
but you have 3 death save failures if you're fine until you go down and then you auto die, or if you just fucking die while you're alive.
Yeah.
I know that
It's an effect I've ever seen before.
Akari is the one person that we wanted to make sure.
Hikari is like #1 cannot die.
Okay, I'll
Cannot
fix my
die.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
here we go.
Motherfucker!
Another 7.
Despair.
All right. So if everyone could pick their first one or their top one, whatever you want to do. If you made an 18 con save,
Wait, why does it my first one that's the 18 count?
your 18 does count.
Yes.
It does. Okay,
Yeah. You failed your other 2.
got it.
If you made your 18 con save on the first one, you take nothing. You're fine. If not, you take 30 necrotic damage and lose a death saving throw.
Who missed it?
Sorry.
I
Charity?
missed it on my fur.
I'm actually going to use, and I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to wait for a number to come out, but I was like, I just want to let the rest of this simmer. I'm going to use Favored by the Gods and roll 2d4, add it to my first save.
Go for it.
Because it just it's one of the things that requires a failed save, so I have to wait to see. Cool, great, nothing. So I still failed that one. 30, you said?
30 damage from necrotic and a failed death save. Number 2, same thing. 18 con save. Take 45 necrotic and fail a death save.
And if we made it, we take nothing?
And if you made it, you take nothing.
I'm sorry. The first one was if we didn't roll an 18, we lose 30 hit points.
Yes.
Okay, and
It was a death save.
and yeah, and this one we lose 40 more hit points and another death save. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm sorry, 45.
45.
45.
Those are the
That's 3 failures for Burbage.
3 failures for Hikari at this point and for Burbage. You feel something jerk in both of you. Like somehow a second breath is leaving you. You're still conscious as long as your hit points are above 0. You have a deep, deep fear about what happens if you were to go unconscious. And the last one. 18 con save, 51 damage, and a failed death
Jesus.
save.
How much damage?
51. Hikari, are you at 2?
2 death save? No, I have all
I mean-
3.
No, I mean, are you at 2 hit points now?
No, I'm at 53.
Oh, okay. I thought you hadn't taken that out yet.
And none of this. I'm not having any of these numbers. I can't dodge any of these numbers.
As Clue pops out of existence, he is not dead. He's
the equivalent of banished. He's been dismissed.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, dumb question. But is there a way we could just all go back to the not ethereal plane? Like, we just.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't your ticket out of here Clue?
Oh,
Pretty
he
much.
just popped away. That's right.
I don't know how Hikari's pineapple works.
Uh, I want to be very clear. Burbage is unconscious.
I'm sorry?
Burbage
Oh.
was at 30 points.
And you've lost 3 death saves?
Yeah.
Oh,
And now minus 51. He's below 0.
did not know that.
Burbage Kemp. In the last moments before you expire, do you say anything? What's going through your head?
I mean, after that insight roll, I think Burbage just looks at this guy and gurgles out, "I knew it," and just falls over.
His long fingers reach over, grab the last tear of Burbage Kemp. Taste it. And start to laugh again. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you, everyone.
That was a fun fight. It sucks that Burbage died. But it was pretty cool.
It's over.
It is
I have a
over.
lump in my throat, Burbage.
The last tier of Burbage Kemp.
We're gonna
Vital for that episode.
pick this up again on Friday. Luckily, since we got pushed back a little bit, Friday's not too far away, so we can resolve this and hopefully not live in this for so long. But that is where we're ending tonight's episode. Thank you all for playing. I love you. I love you so much. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Maybe?
Thoughts and prayers for Burbage,
Bye.
everybody.
Lots of prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
The lonely she walks down beside the green river. My lady she was, and I bend my knee. One divine, my seraph, my heart to deliver. She gives me a small flower that I call tomb lily. I laugh so completely, so true and so sweetly. But know that our story is so short it must be. Every time that you show me that blue and white flower reminds me
Okay, cool.